Welcome to Real Clear Media. We now own your reality.
What's up, guys? How you doing? It's Real Clear Entertainment. Politics. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some politics today. I think I did enough shows totally wrong yesterday. We're good. Um, Anyways, we gotta talk about something, okay? So now that the Floyd stuff is drying up, all right, and we've finally realized as of today that the protesters actually don't give a shit about Floyd in any way. Like I told you exactly a couple months, right when this happened, that they don't actually care about Floyd. They just wanted to wreck things. That was their main goal. So now, because of the Floyd thing has dried up, and it's dried up to me because I don't care what anybody says. You guys can get offended all you want, but it's dried up. It's dried up to me. Like there's no more tears anymore for anyone. It's just patheticness now. Out of what has happened since the Floyd death, we have had a bunch of small businesses that were being shuttered because of a fake pandemic get destroyed, so they can't open during the phases that they were supposed to open. Thank God that didn't happen in Massachusetts, because now North Attleboro is alive and kicking it up. We got everything open. We're fine over here. But here's the thing I want to talk about right now. But you guys, this is the line of events since the Floyd death. We've had a couple of peaceful protests, and the rest was rioters. We also had the formation of the autonomous zone in Seattle, another dumb waste of time. Street fair is pretty much what it is. Like they don't have a political point there, But now it's getting to the point where you guys need to start actually doing something about that. You need to dig in. That you need to not let them dig in there, because if they dig in there, then you're not getting it back ever. Now it's time for you guys to go in there and disperse the street fair. I think a whole weekend and a weekend is good enough for a street fair. We don't, we're unfortunately down here in North Attleboro. We can't have Kids Day, which is one of our fairs that we have, one of our block party that we have. We can't have that around here. You know what I mean? So, for safety, for COVID, quote unquote. You know what I mean? But the street fair in the autonomous zone is still going on right now. So it's time to close the street fair before more COVID virus spreads, quote unquote COVID. So now that's done. Then all of a sudden everything got violent, and the protests, they started breaking everything. They started breaking those small businesses, very small businesses that were about to open during the phases of the state opening, on purpose. This is all by plan. It was a complete plan from the beginning to end to not allow small businesses to open, because that's right, the government only cares about Amazon, Walmart, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Well, they used to. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But everything that's happened since the entire Floyd thing has been nothing but garbage. All right, now there shouldn't be any more tear sport. It's over and done with. The people have been charged, this, that, the other thing. You guys are trying to overcharge the cops, which is going to cause another problem. Nobody's going to be able to they're not going to be able to actually convict them of the heavier charges than what they actually were initially charged with. It's going to cause more problems. It's going to make you guys cry a lot. You're going to cry a bunch, because you can't overcharge someone for a crime, because that's just blatantly against the Constitution and illegal. You cannot overcharge people for crimes. It doesn't work like that. And even a sensible jury is going to be like, no, we'll charge them with the initial charge, which will be second-degree murder is what they're going to charge them with. And now they're trying to overcharge it to regular murder and this, that, the other thing. And the only reason why they're trying to do that is literally because the guy was black. Now, if it was a white guy that got shot by the cop, nobody would care whatsoever at all. That's just doesn't fall into their plan, because every other race's rights doesn't matter when it comes to the left and the Democrats. All they care about is the black population and trying to keep the black vote, the illegal alien population, the illegal alien vote. Oh, wait, did I say that? Sorry, my mistake. Okay. Yeah, just put it at the door. So now everybody's worried about this whole situation. Now this entire thing's done and set for. Like I don't even hear about Floyd anymore. Now, because of that, this was the issue that happened. Here's what we decided to do now. Now, we watched a gentleman the other day take a taser, fire it at a police officer. The police officer fired back at the guy, killed him. This was a black man, which is what he deserved because you tried to attack the police officers. That's just how it goes. You get shot if you run after and try to attack a police officer. That's normal. That's how it works. Like, I can't just go punch a police officer in the face and not expect to get shot. It just doesn't work like that. But that's what happened to Rayshard. And now we're going to reinvigorate these retarded protests with a new victim. The man was drunk and he tried to attack the police. He tried to attack the police with a taser. And everybody's like, oh, but it was only a taser. They shouldn't have fired live ammo. So what are they supposed to do? Throw rocks at him? What would have happened on the result of that if he decided to actually, if he hit one of the police officers with that taser and then took that police officer's gun? What would have happened to the other police officer? The other police officer likely would have been shot and killed. But it's okay because if you kill cops, that's fine. That's how it works. You're allowed to kill police in America if you're a black person. That's it. If anybody else tries to kill a cop, nobody talks about it. Or a cop kills a white person, or a cop kills a Spanish person, or something like that. Nobody talks about it whatsoever. They don't even mention it. Like if I was to get shot right now by a police officer using excessive force, there wouldn't be any talk over it whatsoever. They'd be like, oh, another white guy dead. That's it. All right? But now, all of a sudden, we're going to start more protests and more riots over something dumb. And a discussion I had with my mom the other day is simple, and this I'm going to say the same thing to you guys because I haven't got a chance to say it yet because I've been working with the other videos. Okay? One, I'm going to put it this way. The police officers did their job. Okay? They had the right to shoot back. The guy was trying to attack them. End of story. They killed the guy. Problem solved. That's how I look at it. Someone's unruly. They try to attack the police. They get shot in the face. I don't care. That person should die. You shouldn't be going after the police at all, like in general. But the left has got it to a point where they think it's okay for anybody to just attack police officers. That's not how it works. You can't just attack police officers and think it's okay. It just doesn't work like that. That's not how reality works. All right? But like I said, if it was me or anybody that I knew that was white that got shot by the cop, nobody would be talking about it whatsoever. There wouldn't be no reforms. Nobody would have stepped down. Nothing. None of this crap. You see, here's the thing. The left has already walked you guys hook, line, and sinker into the same exact thing they do every single election year, and that is start race baiting. The only problem with this is they're trying to make it worse this year because they realized that 40% of their black vote, may not be all of it, but 40% of their black vote are voting Republican this year because they said so. So you have, this is the reason why all this started. And the questions behind the Floyd video have finally come out. What happened? How did the situation occur? Where were those people that were screaming? Who was filming it? Because if you look at the other camera view of those people that were supposedly screaming, the other camera view of the Floyd incident, there was nobody around. So now we don't even know what's going on with this thing. To me, looks fake. Just saying. Now at this point, when I see another camera view showing that the screams and yells that were on the camera, the initial camera, and there was no people to match the screams and yells, this leads me to believe one thing. The first video was fake, and it had some beautiful audience member sounds involved in it to make it sound like it was more serious or people were telling them to stop. Then when you look at the back of the other camera view, seems like there was only 3 police officers there instead of 4. It's entertaining, but but nobody wants to look at that stuff because I'm racist if I say that. And what happened with Rayshard? There was an entire video of exactly what happened. There's a video outside in the parking lot Wendy's put up that shows the exact situation, the whole exchange. You know the funny part is, the exchange where he turned around and decided he was going to fire the taser at the police officer had to be revealed 2 days later. Okay? The only thing that they showed was the police just firing guns at them. And they did this on purpose. They cropped the video to make it more worse than what it was. That's what they did. And now, I work in video editing. I know what video crops look like. I knew at the end of the first video they showed there was no other, there was a cut there somewhere that changed the entire thing. Something was deleted out of that video, and it went to the video of just the police officers killing the guy with a gun. That's all they saw. Then, when another camera view came up, which the mainstream media hated, by the way, was the fact that everybody has cameras nowadays. Apparently, you guys don't seem to understand that. Everybody in America has cameras. They all have phones. All right? The actual extended full view of the video, including the parking lot footage from Wendy's, all right? Because the way Wendy's had the camera's designed to look into the drive-thru, obviously, in case anybody robs the drive-thru. It's so they can get the tape, send it to the police officers, so they can get the police officers that will no longer exist anymore. So I like to see what happens when businesses start getting robbed left and right. After these abolishments of police happen, it's going to be entertaining to watch, because I'm going to watch you guys just fall into a criminal state. That's it. There's going to be crime all over the place. People getting murdered everywhere. Nobody's going to say anything because you guys got rid of the police officers. And then you guys are going to regret it. You're going to be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have gotten rid of the police officers. Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't have. But the other video that we saw was the actual exchange, because the initial video, and yeah, this is a damn good video. Nice GoPro. You could tell it was a GoPro, by the way, just by the way the camera looked. It was a nice video of the cops shooting the guy with a gun. But it was not until 2 days later when all of a sudden there was another video of that same incident showing Rayshard actually firing at the police officers, because the first video didn't show that, of course. They skipped over that section of the video just to see the police shooting him on purpose, because they didn't realize, they didn't want bad representation for the Democratic state of Atlanta. That's why. So they cut off that part of the video. All right, then when the real video was released, now everybody's questioning it, left and right. And you see him beat up the police officers. That's in the main video, okay? Then he runs away. After the guy runs away, right there is where they cut the video. And then they go directly to the end of the video where the cops started shooting the gentleman, killing him, all right? They didn't show the other 5 minutes of footage where he was trying to fire a taser at the police officers. The taser that he had just stolen from the police officer. He runs away, turns around, tries to fire a taser at the police officer. Anybody who knows anything about tasers knows those wires can shoot extremely far. He could have done something to those police officers. If one of those taser clips had hit the police officer, he would have incapacitated the police officer. And then what would have happened next? You know what would have happened next? The guy would have ran over, grabbed the cop's firearm, and probably unloaded on the police. But you guys would be okay with that, because it's okay, apparently, to shoot police officers. That's fine. But a police officer is not allowed to do their job and shoot at a person they're trying to arrest. That's entertaining how that works. But now that the Wendy's footage has been totally released, your protests look like moronic, stupid idiots now, because you guys look dumb. Because you thought the only video that you guys saw was the initial video of the guy running away and getting shot. That's all you saw. You didn't see the part where he tried to fire a taser at the police officers. You didn't see that part, because we had to make sure that was removed, totally removed, and not shown in the video on purpose, because, you know, we want to keep our narrative running. So what happened was the Floyd dried up. That's why. And the autonomous zone that was created in Seattle stemmed out of the Floyd incident. That dried up the Floyd incident, period. So even the Floyd incident remains in question, with the fact that there were people supposedly screaming and yelling, telling, get off his neck. And then you look at the other video, the video from behind of it, and there's nobody anywhere in the area of where this happened at all. So the audience was what we would call canned audience. Literally, I could show you canned audience right now. I could activate my NAM mic right now and show you canned audience. I can show you canned screams. I can. I actually have it on my computer. Like literally, I could open it right now and show you guys, but I'm not gonna because I don't need to fake an audience to enlighten an audience. That's not how it works. This is how the Democrats work. The Democrats try to fake out an audience, and most of you idiots fall for it. Okay? Me, on the other hand, I choose to enlighten an audience, make you follow the facts, look back at the real information, follow and look at the entire video of the race shard incident. You will see that the police had every right to fire on them. Sorry. You can't steal a weapon from the police and think it's okay. It doesn't work like that. So once again, I'm not agreeing with those protests at all. Don't care about them. I don't. And what did you do in return? Here's the reason why this happened. Everybody was wondering. That's one question I'd seen asked on all of the social medias concerning this event. Why was Wendy's burnt down? Why was Wendy's burnt down? The reason why Wendy's was burnt down is because there was another camera view from outside the drive-thru of the incident taking place, the entire incident. There was one camera on points out the drive-thru, and there's one camera on the front of the building where the scuffle with the police ended up going. But we had to burn that down. There was a reason why that was burnt down. The Democrats made these people burn that down on purpose, because if those other tapes were found, they would realize that their entire narrative went kaput. And that's exactly what happened. You also, but at the same time, like I said, you stupid Democrats seem to forget one thing. Everybody has cameras nowadays. You guys don't get it. Every cell phone comes with a camera. Anybody can tape anything. The other part of the video has been shown, circled online. And now, when the other part of the video that wasn't supposed to be shown, because that was against the narrative, the other part of the video was shown, all of a sudden, the suppression started from several social media outlets, including Facebook. Facebook suppressed that video. YouTube suppressed that video. Twitter suppressed that video. Everybody suppressed that video. It's amazing how that happens. And then we burnt down the Wendy's for absolutely no reason. When the real reason was there was cameras that saw the entire incident. They just didn't want anybody to find them. That's the issue. So your protests to me are null and void. In general. This gentleman attacked the police officers. He got what he deserved. The Floyd case remains unweary to me. Until we can find out the exact information of how all this stuff happened, we're never going to find out what actually happened to Floyd. All we're going to see from here until November is another narrative. That's it. And you guys fall for it all the time. Hook, line, and sinker. It's just another fucking narrative. That's what this is. Narrative. We got to keep the protests going. Because everybody got mad and voted. And they voted blue. So now, we got to make a big thing out of a new incident so we can get more blue votes. Problem is, everybody's hip to your game. And my last question as I end this video is this. Mr. Governor Cuomo, can I ask you a question? Why are you standing on a bridge, one, without a mask, that you are so aimlessly bitching about? Why are you defending the protesters hook, line, and sinker like the good boy, fall in line, baby Democrat you are? And why are you screaming about 25,000 complaints of businesses that weren't upholding to social distancing orders? In basis, I got to ask this question, Mr. Cuomo. Does COVID really exist? That's what I got to ask everybody, because I can guarantee you it doesn't. I can guarantee you it was a complete lie, the entire thing. And you guys fell for it again. And you put on your masks like proper little Democrat babies. You got your butt patted because you put your masks on. You do what you say. While Governor Cuomo's sitting there in your own state in New York, saying it's okay for 100,000 protesters to not social distance and protest and destroy small businesses that were just about to be open. It's entertaining how that whole narrative comes to fruition. You see what this is? It's a distraction, is what this is. I don't know how much clearer I have to make this to you. All of this is a distraction from the fact that COVID-19 was a lie. The protesters, I can thank the protesters on that situation for that, because they're the ones that totally destroyed that narrative. Your own BLM destroyed that narrative with 150,000 people out shoulder to shoulder protesting and destroying things. Clear to me that you guys were lying the whole time because you wanted to strangle out small business. That's why, because your big donors don't come from small businesses. That's the problem. That is your problem, Democrats. This is why you want the small businesses wrecked and everything, is because most of the small businesses I know of donate to Republicans. That's why. That's what this is about. Amazon donates to Democrats. Walmart donates to Democrats. Wendy's. Let's talk about Wendy's. Wendy's donates to the Republican Party. It's funny how that place got burnt down. It's entertaining to see that happen. I don't know. You tell me what's going on here. It's all about the election. They don't care about you. Do you think the Democrat Party cares about Floyd or Rayshard? If you guys believe that, you're dumber than I thought. I don't know what else to tell you. But if you believe that the Democrats actually care about you and they don't just want your vote, you are the dumbest sack of rocks I've ever met. And that's the truth. And if you don't like it, oh well. This has been Real Clear Entertainment. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Welcome to Real Clear Media. We now own